Go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. We wish you a very happy and a prosperous new year. May this year bring you lots of happiness, good health, and harmony. On behalf of the core team, webinar series, and the organizer, Department of Psychology, the American College Madurai, and the associated partners, Madras School of Social Work, Chennai, International Center for Clinical Psychology and Psychotherapy, Germany, MS Chellamuthu Institute of Mental Health and Rehabilitation, Madurai, Red Pond Educational and Psychological Research Center, Madurai, and Psycho-Oncological Association, Turkey. We welcome you all, the participants and the resource person, for today's session, the 316th session of our webinar series on career assessment. Today we have Dr. Jiva Sundar as our resource person. He is having his PhD in career guidance from Bharatiya University. He is a government-approved career counselor, placement and employability skills trainer, certified NLP coach, Mensa IQ and yoga master, and academic faculty in physics. He is working as a career counselor and employability skills trainer, and he has also been working as senior software consultant in HCL Technologies, Bangalore, and he has been a scientific officer in Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Mumbai. So he has got his MPhil in physics, PhD in career guidance, and he has been one of the top scorers from the school to the university. He has been gold medalist a couple of times, and he has attended to several workshops and courses. He has received many awards. The recent one was in 2009, and he has received the Gold Champion Club Award, and he has been scoring so well and achieving a lot in his college and in his school days. To add to his credentials, in November 2014, he has been handling a group of science students who has been traveling in Science Express across the nations. He has shared his insight about job opportunities in scientific research and IT field for different and versatile science communicators. So we are very happy to have you here, sir, and very much eager to learn a lot about your experiences on career assessment. Thank you so much for being here, and now the session is to you.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. That was a little more than what I had achieved. I am yet to submit the PhD, so I'm yet to be a doctorate. Anyway, we'll go into the session. A Happy New Year to everybody. This is a good opportunity for me to be on the New Year day. Okay, now we'll go to the career assessment concept. So basically, this assessment has been happening since long. This term has come up in recent times because they wanted it to be more quantified, more accurate, more precise, so that people don't make a mistake. Earlier days, career assessment was based on basically the score. If they get a good score in biology, then they think the biology stream is the best one. Of course, the same thing holds even now. The subject is decided based on the score or the interest of the student. But there is something which interests for you all is psychology of the student. Because I positively hope that all of you are psychologists or a behavior therapist. So you understand the importance of behavior or psychology on a career path. So that is what is the important essence, vital detail which has been added to this career assessment. Earlier, it was mostly on aptitude based, aptitude, skill, or the interest. Now, what they have added up is psychometry. Basically, that is why psychologists are highly on demand for career assessment also. Beyond so many other important guidance, career assessment is also feather in their cap if they could make a orchestrate a career path for a student or even a mid-career change person. For example, a person has been in IT for about 10 years and wants to change to a different career path, then psychology of the person, not only the skill they would have prepared themselves in a technology, but then personality will suit them to different occupations. We'll discuss about all these things. Anyway, if you have any doubts, we can have a discussion for about 20 minutes. My session will be about 20 minutes only, not much, because I have about 3 presentations, all small ones. I should be able to go through it all fast. Okay, quickly I'll go through all of them. So basically, I have been with this Bardiyar University for some time. We'll see how this career assessment goes. It is basically okay. What up? Why? I'll go by something got stuck. Okay, so basically, career assessment is why, what, when, how, who should take it. It's blank. Just give me a minute. The screen has become blank. So,
Excuse me, sir. This is Chandra here. If you have problem with presenting, just proceed with what you're talking on. You want to share, sir. We can always share the PPT with the participants.
okay, go ahead. Deals with understanding 4 different directions of the person. First one is first one is the skill. Here what we mean is skill of the person, which can be tested with different batteries. Basically, you should know what is battery. Should have already come aptitude tests. Lot of aptitude tests are there. IQ, math, accuracy, speed. Then there are so many skill-based science, social science, GK, all these things. When about competencies, we also call it them as competencies, employability competencies. So usually I have taken about 12 competencies to track them, whether they can go into different fields. So here what we see is aptitude. I'll go to this slide. Aptitude is the most important thing, because if they are skilled in that, they are most likely they can be successful in that. The next one is interest. Also, even if they are skilled, if they are not interested, then it doesn't work. Okay, so that is the second one. Interest, career interest. Holland is a very famous psychologist who had defined about 42 questions of questionnaire. I'll show you that questionnaire. So to find out which sector somebody can, which category of job relation they can go into. So that is career interest. Third one is personality, which you all easily can make out that a person, psychology is very, very important. Their type, their profile or their title helps them to be stable in a job. Usually all these scorers, high scorers, they keep quitting jobs because of this personality mismatch of their occupation. So personality is a very important, vital ingredient in that career path. Next is intelligence. Intelligence is overall intelligence. Basically, the aptitude and intelligence slightly mean the same. Aptitude includes all the core subjects also. Intelligence is situational intelligence. We call it fluid intelligence and crystal intelligence. So that one. So these are some of the directions in which a career assessment has to happen. This can be done through an online computer adaptive testing, or it can be offline paper. Long since it was paper based, in this interest, career interest is usually, they call it career preference record. There are so many tools. I'll show you some of the names of the tools. That way it happens. So we'll go to this one. So scientific, so as a whole, it is a psychometric test, which is scientific method to measure somebody's capacity and a behavior style. So we can give a guarantee that this path will be good for that particular client or the student, because we are doing on a quantitative basis, not only qualitative, quantitative. Because quantitative, we bring out their qualities, capability and qualities into a number form, so that we see how they differ from their peer group. It also designed to measure suitability for a role based on required personality characteristics. Okay, so these are the things. Next, coming to why career test is taken. There are two reasons I usually ask when when I get a call from any for career counseling. I ask them whether you are sure of what you wanted to do, or you wanted to know what you wanted to do. So the two differ. I'll repeat the question. Are you sure of what you wanted to do? If they are sure of what they wanted to do, then it is very simple. We guide them. We give an informative guidance. We guide them based on Google, book, understanding, experience. We tell them where are the good opportunities, which course is best, how to apply, when to apply, basic qualities required for the job, and connect them to a subject matter expert. For example, somebody wants to become a doctor, we connect them to a doctor and ask them, you can talk to a doctor about career path. That is informative counseling, informative guidance, not even counseling, informative guidance. The next category is what I usually want to do is investigative. We find out what they are fit to, what they can get into, which they would like, which they are of type. So all those four things: personality, aptitude, interest, and intelligence. All those put together. So investigative counseling is finding out through a test, through a discussion. So usually the test takes about 1 hour to 3 hours by different people. There are many, almost 25, 30 companies in India who are doing career counseling. I had gone through about 12 to 14 career assessments of them. Paid, unpaid, means being a member of them. I had done them. I understood, okay, what is the essence, how they pick up the essence from a student, and then how they guide. Okay, so these companies, they give a test of 1 to 3 hours, and then we get to know some parameters, value of some of the parameters based on which we guide them. We'll see what are those parameters. So basically, who should do it? Who should take this assessment is who wants to know that they are unique. So because everybody has one particular quality which is obviously stronger than anybody else. So this career assessment basically finds about 20 to 40 parameters, different companies target. So about 26 parameters I am capturing, and then I am finding out what is their uniqueness amongst their peer group, basically, of their age group. So if it is strongly visible, then we suggest them, okay, these are all some strong qualities you have beyond others. They may not be, these qualities are usually not seen in the school, because in school it is more of paper pen work and then scoring subject. This assessments, career assessments, psychometric tests, all these things, they find out the quality of the person. So the behavioral specialities of the person. So they should do it, who can know. And then when do they take? Usually during the transitions, not only during 10th, it can be after 12th, it can be after during 10th, during 12th, during degree final year. So if they want to take a transition, they should take this assessment. And how often they should take is not required, because once they take it, they get a psychometric result. And it is said, usually, this is a interesting thing which I found out in the research, is that the personality of a person, a behavior of a person doesn't change over 15 years. There was a study sometime in 1800s. There was a 15-year long duration of assessment, wherein they found out the qualities, about 3 qualities which never changed. The person who are more who had high anxiety were always high anxiety, with a high anxiety even after 15 years. Whoever were friendly were always friendly. Whoever were novel, who were creative, they were always creative. So these are all some qualities. So personality usually don't change much unless there are some drastic incidents happen in their life. Now coming to the dare to do, there are psychologists can do it, career counselors. Psychologists are partially, they're part of set. Career counseling is a part of psychology. So it's just one small set of psychology. Psychology is a bigger term. Career counseling is a smaller term, smaller. Probably it is little deeper. That's it. Otherwise, it's part of the same sector. A career development center. All the companies these days they use psychometry to find out whether the the fresher can stay with them for long term. So that's how this whole test works. They wanted to make sure not only the skill but their type matches with the job, because mostly, for example, an IT job initially will require individualistic performance. They want to work alone. They should be able to concentrate themselves, they manage their time, all those things. So more of individual self-responsible qualities are required. So they can easily find out with psychometry that they are more self-oriented. If it is a social environment, HR type job, then they should be more of teamwork, because they do things together. So it's a teamwork. So the psychometric test find out these types of insight of behavior. Okay, this is one presentation from one. In the interest works. What happened? Okay, this is on simple Holland inventory, which is let's see here. Holland code is a very famous. This is about 42 questionnaire. Yes, for example, the first one says, "I like to work on cars." So a person who like to be a outdoor type person, who are physical activity, they like physical activity, will come into this category, because R is realistic. RIASCC, realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, unconventional. Probably these things you should have come across in your studies anyway. So there is a three-letter code for everybody. So based on this, so Holland codes give us a high confidence for a career counselor. Suggest this Holland code is a famous one, standardized. Probably this is almost standardized for the whole world. It was basically in the abroad, but then now it's working for Indians also. Good. So the realistic people are these types of people. So all these are there. So this is one strong tool to find out somebody's career path. Okay. So these are all some questions which can be discussed, which can be converted to questionnaire and given scores, and then we can suggest. So this is second one. Then there are so many other psychometric tools for it. For example, okay, yeah. NL, National Library of Educational Psychology test. This is in CRT. They have a library of okay. They have this. What do they have? This psychology, all the tools in which they have this assessment tools also. So you basic so many tools. I'll probably can look into this catalog. This is available free on which page? Remember the page. Personality scale. All this. These are all mostly creativity. For example, creativity. In fact, they have this, this career preference are there. Or is find. Okay, anyway, so this is NLEPT catalog. NLEPT. On that, National Library of Educational Psychological Test. They have this. Given mostly for research for free. These are the three famous instruments. Should be knowing. This is a video about psychometric test on personality assessment. NPTEL. They have this is an IIT person. He has given a seminar. This is a free program. You can attend in Google also. This is a personality assessment. MMPI. This also gives an idea. MBTI, Myers-Briggs type indicator. This also gives an idea about a personality. This is based on the same. Okay, personality, big five personality test. So all this gives us a psychological part of a person. So your report. Okay, this is one. And then we can go to the questioning session. So this is the latest report taken. Last week, one of my students has taken. So it's an integrative career assessment report based on this theme. So what you love, what the world needs, the skill, what is on demand, and how good you are at all those things, what you are good at. So this is a famous concept. Okay. Japanese concept. Okay, so about that speciality. So I'll show you. For example, this is thing about three things. One is the job style based on behavioral traits. Team player. So he's an individualistic player. A more responsible, creative, calm and composed. So these are all occupational behavior. The occupational behavior is different from interpersonal behavior. Occupational behavior is basically how you deal when you are given a task or a project to complete. So that is different, slightly different from how we interact with people at home, how we create friends, all those things. It influences, but it's slightly different. Then comes this career interest traits. Holland's 6 codes: investigative, realistic, artistic, conventional. Then about 12 competencies: English, numeracy, communication skills, placement aptitude, logical reasoning, all the few questions, about 60 questions to capture all these competencies. So we get we give a description and we give some suggestions. What are the job opportunities? What is their achievement, aspiration, which they have got? What jobs they can go into? This is one sample report. Okay. From Form C. What are the things? So usually a career assessment report is big, good enough, captures lots of things. But this report is a simple one to know how the highlights only. So it's basically a highlight of about 26 parameters are captured in this. It takes about 1 hour to 1.5 hours to complete this test based on the speed of the person. If he's a little faster, he can complete it in an hour, or it may take 1.5 hours, a little more. Okay. Now I can go into this is wanted to share basically. What else? So that's it. Any other questions if you have, we can discuss.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
I'm Revati here.
Yes, ma'am.
Normally these tests, the give a proper output. Why I'm asking this is sometimes student picking up the test may not understand some of the questions, and he might sometimes, if they are bored or if they are not interested in doing it, so their answers might be different. Perfectly. And that gives a different report, isn't it? So
correct.
finally they come and tell us, you told me this course, but I'm not at all interested. Maybe after 2-3 years, they may come and tell us that you gave me this choice, but now I'm in this
There are
course.
two
So
problems
in
with
such
this.
cases,
I got it, ma'am. I got it. The point is, there are two problems happening. One is how the test is administered. If it is a paid test, usually people take it seriously. They ask doubts if they are not sure of the answer, because the
okay.
questions have to be understood and answered. If it is a paid version, probably they take it seriously.
Okay.
So I avoid that problem of accuracy of them doing it with interest, with understanding, and the administration of the test has to be done in the presence of the availability of the parents and the test taker, administrator. So what happens that time? The student asks questions and then seriously take the test. And of course, that how sooner the answer can be captured in the test, and then we can realize whether they took it just carelessly or seriously. So that is one thing. Second important, which you have not mentioned, basically that is the most important thing, is how the test formulates and suggests the algorithm into the career path. That we cannot guarantee, because what happens, every career counseling company has an algorithm. For example, realistic, if somebody is realistic, they'll suggest about 5 career choices, but then how accurate that is all doubtful. So as a whole, what I see is all career assessments or psychological assessments are all indicative. Just a guidance for us to make sure we don't randomly give them a choice, and to make sure it is accurate. The only thing hope of the session is we have a couple of hours of session, 1 hour to 2 hours of discussion with the kid and the parents, saying that these are the qualities which has been captured in the report, and is it true? So if the kid says, yes, I am a team player, I am a creative person, I like to be, I am an energetic person, I'm good at math, I'm good at so and so, all these things. When the report comes, we verify it verbally with the parent and the kid.
So
If
we
the
reinvestigate
report
again once the
Yes,
report
yes,
comes.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. This is just a tool to support our discussion of the 2 hours discussion. Otherwise, if we can do all this with the mouth, means if we can ask the, in fact, that's what I said since earlier, what happened, career assessment was happening since years, centuries. But then now this tool gives a insight. We have a report in hand, and it makes the discussion little quicker than for example, there are career assessments which take 6 hours of discussion also, because we explain them what is realistic, what is realistic. Each one we can discuss and then ask them which of this is you, whether you like to. You can ask them questions and then get the answers without doing an online test or a paper based test. So because when they discuss, they open up easily. When they do an online test or a paper based, they can click on anything which may not be right also. I understand, but then what I understand is these days 2000 kids, 2K kids are usually, they are completely online. They understand online words easily. They can capture things easily. If they are charged for this session, then they take it seriously. If I do the same thing for a free session in a school, they don't take it seriously. In fact, I designed a tool to make it free. But then when we make it free, as you said, they do it in 2 minutes, 28 questions in 2 minutes. So what it means is they don't take it seriously. Yeah, they randomly you can click it's yes or no or choice. These are the choice. So we can answer anything, and then end point they will say it was not accurate. Because if anybody, even if I do it randomly, the report will not be accurate for me. Not even accurate. It will not be correct for me for sure. So we verify it after the report is generated. If I find it, not only me, any career assessment company, they make sure they verify the qualities of the student verbally when they discuss in the counseling session. That way we are
Okay. So
trying
that
to
counseling helps.
Exactly. Without counseling, this report is not a self-interpreter. The report, nobody sends, no career counselor will send the report straight to the student without discussion. Because the report, as you said, report might be completely wrong also. Possibly complete, it can go to the worst extent of completely wrong also. Because sometimes when the parent insists, do this test immediately, the counsel is available only tonight, then the kid will do it randomly, just to complete it. It can be answered in 28 questions. Some kids, I have seen them take 30 minutes to answer 28 questions, which are just this situation or that situation questions. That means they take it seriously. They know that the questions are very, very important. But then there are kids, 28 questions, they can complete it in 2 minutes. Because we capture that parameter of how long they take the test to complete that questions. So we should be a little cautious. And more important, overall, generically, one sentence is for your question is, it is indicative. Nothing is accurate. Even after 10, 15 years, they can come back and say, your test was wrong. So there is no...
So maybe you can give a tagline saying that test report is not accurate. Based on your inputs only it is given. Maybe we can have that tagline when you're doing career assessment.
Yeah, that's what we discussed in the... you cannot say it. If we say it is not accurate, we can say it is indicative. We cannot say it is not accurate.
It is based on your inputs. Maybe we can, based on your inputs, we have arrived at the results. Okay.
Exactly. Perfect. This is a better statement, but we make it, in fact, that is a better, based on your inputs, the report is indicative to this
generated
career path. In fact, that indicative is a beautiful word because it talks about the second portion, algorithm, how we bring out the career path, career mapping based on the personality qualities which are measured. So that second part can be accurate, may not be accurate also. In long run, for example, I had done it for about 700 students and I found almost 80% to 90% students said they liked the career path which was discussed. So seems to be good.
Accurate.
Seems to be accurate. And for those 80% said it is perfectly accurate. Probably the 20%, as you said, they may not.
It's always there.
Yeah, that's always there. Any other questions?
One more question, sir. Sir, one more question. Yes, I had been told that we can do that interest inventory. One is there, along with SPM and personality test. If we do all these three, we can make a career assessment report. Is that interest inventory still it's okay? It is proper or accurate? Because that interest inventory, the children, they do not find it very interesting to answer so many questions. So they find it boring also sometimes. So just like that, as we were discussing, randomly they pick some answer and they give it out. So how much you charge for such kind of assessments, sir? When we do all the assessment.
What happened in interest inventory? There are many interest inventories. 120 questions inventory, 28. For example, Holland is a 42.
No, Customs I'm asking.
Okay. So 42. Holland, I use Holland's 42 questions inventory.
Riyasak, it's good, sir. Is it okay?
Yeah, it is good. It's good. They understand it clearly. They capture the student who takes the test understand it easily.
Okay.
So I in fact explain them how the test is, what is captured, what are the parameters captured. In fact, I give them a sample report and say, okay, these are the parameters captured, and then you answer in that viewpoint. So they understand. And mostly, as you said, all those three put together is very important. That putting together is the counselor's task. Because the reports will not mingle automatically. And even RISAC will give a prioritized values, triple value, RIA, SCA. For example, counselor, it is S, E, SIE, I guess. For counselors, it should be social, investigative, and enterprising. So only these types
Okay.
of, because we are not, mostly we are, counselors are not realistic, need not be realistic. They can be realistic, no doubt, but they are more, not more of realistic, need not be more of artistic, need not be more of conventional. So other three are very important. They should be social, they should be investigative, they should be enterprising. So career counselors are basically psychologists. They go into this category. So RSIE is a usual Holland code for counselors. There is always versions. There is a slight versions in the interest. For example, realistic people can be a more, realistic counselors can be motivational speakers. They travel, they speak more, they meet people, they like traveling, they explore things. So there is always a extra flavor. That's their own personality changes.
Exactly.
And okay, so Holland is an easy one, what I find, and they don't find it boring to do this Holland. 42 questions is a quick, they do it in 10 seconds per question. So 5 minutes they can complete, 5 to 7 minutes they complete. So that is the most important thing. It has to be quick, interesting, and if it prolongs, then they lose the interest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any
Thank you
other?
very
Yeah. Thank you, man. Your good name, please.
Revati, sir. I'm Revati.
Revati, ma'am. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Any other questions? Some more questions, if we can discuss, then we'll talk more. That is why that's how we come out
There
with.
is one question. There is one question in the chat box, sir.
Okay.
I think you have answered it, but still to be more detailed.
Yes,
What is the best career assessment test? It's
Best
asked
career-
by Sarabji.
Okay. Nice one. There are basically all paid tests will be good because the reason is they're all standardized. They are all tested about 1,000 to minimum 1,000 to 10,000 people they would have tested. So paid ones are good basically. Also, we can suggest you free ones, but then the point is, again, the first part, accuracy of taking the test depends on the student, how seriously they take the test. If that is 100%, then half the report is 100% true. The second 100% is how the parameters, personality, psychological parameters are converted to career path. That depends on the standardized tools. So what happens? All these career counseling companies, they initially start with a trial version. They grow up. They keep changing the parameter based on the counseling. So longer the duration of the career assessment and much modifications happened, then it is more accurate. Personally, I myself is a career counselor, so I cannot suggest somebody else's. But because career assessment, what are the parameters captured? That is very important. Many of them do not capture skills. So I cannot say they are 100% right. So some of them do not capture psychology, which I say that is not enough. Some of them capture too many things and make it 3 hours. So I cannot say it's probably this question is a complicated one. Which is the best career assessment. There are about 3 free career assessments I have given. You attend them and then let me know if they are good. Okay, I'll suggest you.
Pearson's, we have one, no, sir? Pearson's.
Yeah, Pearson's, MF, MCMF is there. There are so many.
Pearson,
but then,
no.
MCMF,
MCMF
Pearson
is
right.
Pearson.
Pearson's. But then I don't know how accurate they are. It's all there, but then his question was, which is the best one? I don't know. I cannot say somebody else's. I don't want to say mine also, but then because I know mine is good, but then I cannot say that's the best. ONET has an interest profiler. ONET you can check on internet. ONET interest profiler is a good one, free one. 123test.com has another one. PrincetonReview.com has a career quiz. So these 3 are, I'll text you this. on the closure of the program, I'll text you these three. Probably you can check all these three. These three are free. So free doesn't mean they are wrong also. They are a big company. They are big in, so they are running it. So attend them. You will understand how it works basically. And it will give some insight. So you can capture it is like which doctor is the best doctor for gynecology, for obstetrician, for radiology. So there is nothing like one person is the best for everything. Okay. Tools. There are so many tools. Psychology. It's as good as any psychological tool. There is nothing called this is the best tool for everything. It depends on the review of people who have taken the test. Okay. Any other questions? I am not able to see the chat box, so somebody can tell me if it is.
A lot of questions in the chat box, sir. I'm reading it for you. Is David battery of aptitude test is good to assess aptitude, or any other aptitude test you would suggest? This is from Reshma, sir.
Which battery? Any battery test, but then it depends on what the battery test was targeted for. Many aptitude battery tests are for defense oriented, but then, yeah, anything will do. It depends on what are the parameters captured. For example, career counselor requires employability skills to be captured. So all these battery tests will capture numbers, accuracy, speed. So any aptitude test will be good, but then depends on what to capture. What are the things they are capturing? Okay, so you can go with any. That's what same question. Any other aptitude is they should be good. Okay, you find out what are the, because every this library in NCERT they have this battery test. You can go check what are those what are the parameters captured. Otherwise, on the internet you don't get the details of all the parameters captured. You can get that so and so, but then parameters captured is very, very important. Then to identify behavior traits, which assessment tool can behavior traits? I'll text you. Okay. I'll text you three of them. Okay. My next move. Any other questions? You can continue. Any other questions? You can continue. I'll text the site.
So there is one question from Kadari. He's asking, what is the success rate of these assessments in predicting students' future?
What is the percentage?
He means to ask the success rate, how successful it could be if you undergo this test, and in predicting a student's future. How much we can rely on the results?
Maximum, it depends on how many people they had done and how successful it is. Nobody tells about their success rate. Nobody, you cannot know, because I have done for about 700 students. I am the only mouthpiece to tell you. So nobody will tell how good successful it was. So it is difficult to find out. Generally, what I see is if it has been properly designed, it should be 80%. More than 80% successful. Otherwise, they cannot keep using the same tool. If it is less than 76%, they cannot use the tool for so long. HTTPS www.org. tool. It's not up. It is JP. Oh my God. Mistake. It is not that. Any other questions?
This is Chandra here.
Sorry, IP.
This is Chandra here, sir.
Okay.
Questions, sir. One question is, do we have any chance to know the feedback from the persons who have attended this assessment test, like how far it has gone to them, how far it is reliable for them, and from the person who has attended the test?
Yeah. When I did a program in the school, the parents came to me and told, those qualities were the qualities of myself. The parent themselves say qualities there. The kid has taken the test. The parent says it is quality of mind. It's the quality of that means the test has captured it right. The best feedback what I got. There's so many good feedback which has, but then this is one good one which says that the test is all happening good. Okay, this is yes. Okay.
Sir, I have another question.
Those
From
three
your,
tests which you said, no, sir, one interest profiler and the other two, can you please message us, sir?
Yeah, I'm typing them. I'm typing in the chat box.
Chat box. Okay, so ONET profiler is one. Number two, sir?
The first one is the ONET one. The first one,
Okay.
mynextmove.org, explore IP, is the ONET one. This is one test. This 123test.com has lots of tests. This is a career assessment test. Okay. Then, once you can understand how it works. For a counselor, therapist, is an interest. At least for yourself, and then understand how it works for you. If you think that is a how I found out it's working well or does it work, I take the test myself, and I know personally how I am at which category. So I realized I'm not some scientist. I was in Tata Institute as a scientific officer. So few of the assessments found out that I am not a scientist. So then I found okay, these tests are good. Because I took up science because I was good at physics. Physics, PhD, MSc, model. So I thought okay, physics is my skill set, but very important than skill, personality of being in the seat. I cannot sit in a seat for more than an hour. During counseling, I can sit. Otherwise, I cannot do what is that? Cabin work, cabin type of work. So that is all can be captured very easily in a behavior trait. I am basically a restless person.
not very, sir, you are
But
not very fond of mechanical jobs.
Yeah. I'm not good at mechanical. I'm not a good listener, but then somehow I became a counselor because I am more of investigative nature. In fact, this tool is what is my success, and I'm not a good counselor. I'm a good investigator. I'm more of I than of yes. So I'm not more of social person. I'm more of investigator. That is why I could create this tool myself. So I realized, okay, investigative, not in physics, but in psychology or in behavior, helping people. I'm S person, but not SI is different. IS is different. Investigative and social. Social and investigative. Two are strongly different when it comes to me, at least. So the order of Holland code is also very, very important. And I'm not a big enterprising person. So these are all some suggestions. It will be a little confusing also when you realize your own code. You can capture is better because 42 questions capture 6 types out of 7 questions. 7 questions in each. So 6 types are captured. So 42 questions. You can, in fact, Holland, you can type that carrier test.
Sir, I have.
Yeah.
From your investigation experience or research, whatever you call, what do you think is the right age for a student to be assessed towards their career path, sir?
I had done it for 10-year-old kid also, but then the point is I should do the same after 3 years, and then I have not done the same. What happens when I say that time they are right? See, when I take a test this year and then I suggest them, okay, recently I did a test with one of a Sainik school student whom I had tested 3 years back. And they said it is almost the same. Whatever I suggested that time is the same now also. So your question, what was your question? Age, right? Age depends on how much testing has been done on the tool. My tool, basically, I have tested it across 12 to 25 age group. Age 12 to 25, not less than that. When I took it, I am not confident that that will be good, because adolescent, after 12, probably their mindset gets clear and they get a confidence. Okay, this is what I want to be like. They have this, at least this career interest part. Psychology is a second, I mean, in this case, in this question, psychology is a secondary thing. What I'm saying, interest itself keeps changing. Initially, they may think I want to become an actor, actress. But then later, when it gets to 7th standard, 8th standard, they understand, okay, I can become a doctor, I can become a... So that clarity comes only after 7th standard, in my understanding. So these tests can be done after 7th till mid-career change. Even I have taken tests for 55-year-old person also. They found it was better. I should have, they said they should have taken this test 30 years back. I said the test itself was created 3 years back only. So because he said it has given some insight about himself beyond his skill. Skills everybody understands easily. The score gives us easy understanding. 10 standard score gives us which subject is good. He or she is good at. 12 standard score gives us a battery test almost easily. So subject scoring is easy to capture, but then personality is what is that is what is the vital thing. That is why psychologists are pitching into career counseling, and this is a one-time payment. Career counseling, people don't keep coming again and again. It's one-time report. If after 5 years they take the test, it will be the same. It has to be the same. If it is wrong, then either the report, the algorithm is wrong, or the kid has really changed because of some drastic incident. So that is what is very important. So the test can be taken when the kid's mindset is stable. So what I see is after 12 age, my understanding, but then I may be wrong also. There is nothing right in, I don't guarantee that I am always right. So what I see, after 12, I have taken test and they found out, yeah, this is what I like. And that is temporary. If they want to be confident, they can do it again. They want to, after 5 years, when they do 12th standard, they can do the test again. Same test. And these are all captured in what is standardizing the tool. All these are all done in standardizing the tool. So the more standardized the tool is, better it is. Okay. Any other questions?
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Yeah. Sir, you said you're having your own tools. So,
yes, ma'am.
do you have your own standardized tools, anything to sell it to the counselors? Sir?
No, I don't sell it to counselors because mine is, I use it for myself. I prefer them to use any standardized tools because it was designed by me and I understand why the parameters, what are the parameters, all those things. So I don't suggest, I don't want to sell it basically
okay,
because I understood why I had designed, because I wanted to do it. I want to make it my career counseling simpler. So if I sell it, it has to be means too much of work has to be done on selling the part because I am answerable to all the behind things. So if something goes wrong, I know what the report, where it went wrong. But if I sell it, then it is complete. So I don't want to sell it. I cannot sell it basically. True speaking, I have not standardized it basically. That's the truth.
Because I'm a school counselor, that's why you are doing.
I can do career counseling, but I cannot sell it. That is the problem.
Okay.
In fact, one we can try. I can give you the link. You can ask the test.
Okay.
People take the test. Okay. You can pay me for amount. I will tell you if how to interpret.
Okay.
But then I cannot sell what you. There are two things of selling. One is using the tool. I can give you the tool for
Yeah, I
paid
understand.
version. The
Yeah.
other one is giving the tool itself. I cannot give the tool because you will not understand. Truly speaking, you will understand the report, but you will not understand how the design has to be. Design has to be. The algorithm I cannot share. That is what I said.
I got
I
it.
cannot share the algorithm, but I can give. In fact, I had done for schools.
Okay.
Hundreds of students have taken in school. So with other council. In fact, Suresh sir also appreciated my tool. I was very happy because he and Uma ma'am had suggested that was they had given counseling with my tool. So they felt it's good. They did not say it is very good. They did not say it's bad. But then they said good. That itself I felt it as a compliment on my tool. So that's how. Any
Thank
other
you.
thing? Yeah.
Sir, normally what are the parameters you have for this career assessment, sir? In short, can you just tell us?
Yeah. So in competencies in aptitude, basically we should capture uh, placement aptitude. Placement aptitude is the most important thing, which is which is very important. That's then that is reports. There are many types of reports. One is fuller one. These are the basic ones. And I found these are all good enough. English is important. Communication skill is tested. Computer knowledge is tested. Basic numeracy is tested. Analytical reasoning, non-verbal reasoning. These 12, I consider them are important. This is what happened. What happened? The last 3 is for competitive exams. The previous 3 is for project manager planning competencies. The previous 3 is general skills for any job. Not any job, it's for particular job. Numeracy, if it is good, they can go into accounting, all those things. Non-verbal reasoning, if it is good, they can become architect. So these competencies, I understand better than if I sell it to somebody. That is why I don't give the tool to others. So these are all some competencies which are usually not captured in any tool in India. This was because this was designed by me. This is unique in this. But other thing, Holland 6 code is common that anybody for investigation they can use. For investigation means for research work they can do. So this is a good one, and we can create questions for this easily. These 6 parameters, questions can be created. Even we can create a this questionnaire easily, but then it has to be standardized before using. Okay, that is then this first 4, which is little tough. What I see, what I capture is individualistic or team type, more responsible or more cooperative, creative or logical, amusing and enthusiastic or common composed. These are all some 8 qualities here. These are all some 8 qualities in this. Then 6, 14, then plus this 12 competencies. So 26 parameters. So that's how this is one model. That's all. Need not be same. They need not be complete. What I say is I need not be complete. What I felt is this is good enough. Otherwise, there are so many tools which capture many other things also. For example, there is a company called Deya, DHEYA, Deya. They capture psychological parameters so strong that they can find out the stress of the candidate, suicidal tendency. For psychologists, that is a better tool. Okay, so that's how. So many tools, so many. This I found optimized. I have optimized to this. That's it. So I found out these are all good enough for me to guide them. Okay. So,
Thank
and the
you.
tool.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Any other interesting questions? Yeah. Because the more questions you ask, the more I am able to speak better. Otherwise, there is nothing. I don't see any theoretical part I need to explain because you are already into the field, right? So you are all better in psychological part. I am not a psychologist basically. I'm a physics person basically. I got interest because this helps people. So I found out I thought this is good. This good life keeps me happy doing this. So I'm just into this. That's it.
Thank you.
Sir, in
Thank you,
this,
sir.
you have
On the
given
screen,
jobs. It's visionary. What is it, sir? The report which you are showing.
Okay. What happened? This behavior traits, 4 of them together, I give a name to that. I told you there are 8 parameters captured, right?
Yes, sir.
8 parameters captured here. This 8 combination, 8, based on this 8, there is a job style defined. So I have defined a job style based on these at once. This job style is a visionary person, because a visionary person thinks alone. He doesn't go with the crowd, and he's more responsible and determined. He doesn't care about the people type. He's not a people type. He's more of responsible, determined. He's on rule type. Third one is creative. He can foresee ahead. He's more energetic and enthusiastic. Can be calm and composed also. But then what I found out is that there are some job styles which are defined for this behavior traits. That is uniquely done by me. So this portion is whatever you see here is my words. In fact, these 4 parameters, this job style this is standard one. This investigator, this Holland. Green one is completely standard. In fact, this is a style of finding out whether mine is accurate. Sometimes what happens, this investigative, artistic, conventional captures very good of the kid. Sometimes my behavior traits captures better. So I am just using both the tools. This is a career interest. This is not personality trait. This is career interest trait. This was the older one. I'll show you the other one. To make, I'll show the last one. Any other questions? On page on. This is form 1. This is a person who is a creator type. These 4. Okay, form A. This is Holland code. I suggest 5 job opportunities for them. These are all some job opportunities based on Holland. This is a standard one. So this is, I'm trying to sure mine is more accurate than this. And in case mine failed, then they say, okay, I want to become a engineer. And I find, okay, then I give them choice. These five or those 5. So I usually go wrong because of this. Okay, what happens? I give these 5 choices based on my suggestions. The other 5 choices based on Holland suggestions. So they come into any of this category, and mostly both of them match. Okay, that's how I make sure my tool is accurate. Seems to be accurate.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Jiva sir, for your time and interacting with us.
Thank you.
Sir, if I'm right, I saw your email ID on the screen. Is it jivaias@gmail.com, sir? If you could mail your address in the chat. I'm sorry, if you can write your address in the chat, they can mail you for any reference in the future. That would be kind, sir.
No, that's a personal mail.
It was a pleasure hearing to you, sir, and the time that you spent on discussion was really useful and informative. We have learned a lot from yours, and thank you so much again. Now it's time for giving the honor of gratitude, sir. Now I invite Dr. Salim, our core team member, to give his vote of thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Chandra ma'am, for giving the opportunity for a vote of thanks today. So really, we had today's nice session about the career assessment. Almost it is, I think, 316th session. It was very good session by Jiva Sundaram sir, career counselor. So sir really talked about a lot of things, and particularly understanding the person compared to skills, personality is more important for the occupations, all those things. He very well clearly explained. Because skills we can able to know by the subject scores, as you said. So personality only determine our career for the long-term career, for the successful career planning. So we understand this, and nicely explained why career test is taken for the for the investigating or all those things explained, and where to do and all those things nicely explained, sir. So career counselors are there, of course, and the career development centers are there nowadays. So I think you mentioned there are 13 or 14 career development center, I believe that. So if I am not wrong. So I think in our country's strength, probably more career development centers, I believe so, because of the
Yes,
educational
sir.
institute and youth populations. So probably this is the budding area, the thirst area, I can say. So future maybe the career counselor's role will be more particularly in psychologists, and probably all the companies, not only for the schools, and even companies also mid-career crisis there. So they are giving after 40s mid-career counseling. So as you said, they're changing the roles, and depends on the organization's needs also. They're doing career planning for the elevating the people, succession planning. So internally they are doing the career assessment.
Right.
So in general, yes, sir, yeah.
Okay.
So in that aspects, from age of, you said 13 to, as you said, 58. So all the people required a career assessment, if I am not wrong. So a very good area and a vast area, thirst area. So we believe that today the participants like Jiva Sundar ma'am and Satya Revati ma'am, they are talking more technically about the test, like 1, 2, 3 test and all those tests. I believe that they had a more informative or more information today from your lecturers, I think so, because since they're the school counselors and they took a lot of informative patients like 1, 2, 3 test and all those things. So really, it was a very helpful, sir. So for all the, not only for psychologists, and it's like parents also, they know it's eye-opening for the parents. Why career counseling is required, and why in the early stage why required, because it's our lifespan, complete lifespan we are going to spend in the career. So development is, of course, it involves person's past, present, future, all those things. So career development is a major aspect of human development, actually. So it includes entire lifespan. So we understand all those things, sir. Kindly accept our gratitude on behalf of American College Madurai and MS Chellamuthi Institute Madurai and Madras School of Social Work Chennai and International Center for Clinical Psychology and Psychotherapy Germany and Psycho-Oncological Association Turkey and Red Pond Educational Psychiatric Research Center Madurai. Thank you all the participants, and thank you Jiva Sundar sir. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so
Thank you,
much for the
Chandra ma'am.
complete thing, sir. Thank complete team. Anybody who wants to contact me can contact me on this, but yeah, I'm free to discuss on any other tools also. Thank you so much. Thanks for the complete team. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you everyone for being here this evening. See you all tomorrow, the same time, at another session. Bye bye. Good night.
Bye.